Dana Abercrombie, the Koalition. Thank you so much for speaking with me. I love season one
Hi.
and hi,
Oh,
and
my pleasure,
season two.
Dana. Yeah.
Season is just superb on so many levels. And so I was wondering for this season, going back previously, it seemed that Gretchen has kind of a dislike for men, to say the least. And so I was wondering,
Mm.
with that, do you feel that is the hatred that she has for men, or it's her quest to understand them, which kind of drives her towards creating Twilight of Adam?
Look, I think she's much less interested in the boys than the girls, even though she might, protest that, oh, I don't hate men. I think she really, really, really deeply believes that men are ruining the planet and our life on it. And, I think she'd look around the world right now and look at all the male leaders and kind of say they're doing a really shit job and hurtling us, towards extinction. And I think she would kind of say, if you keep doing the same thing, you keep getting the same results, right? Keep electing these charismatic, shallow, men, and you'll keep getting the same results. Or, these nationalistic, populist, zero-sum game guys that seem strong, and we keep electing them, but they just do keep hurtling us towards national insecurity and potential World War III. I mean, Putin hadn't even invaded Russia, Ukraine, when we shot, the great speech where I say that, men are making this a burning ball of hell. So I think actually the last 2 years she would double down on her general dislike of men. And I think particularly in leadership, I think she just is why they're not. I mean, right now, if you look across the world, they got rid of Theresa May because she was a swotty girl. Like, she studied and she read policy, and, the English think that's so like, so middle class. Let's elevate the boy that went to Eton that can, can't comb his hair but does great debating. Like, we're still doing it, still falling in love with these charlatans promising us shit, and that's what we're getting. So I think that's her problem with men. She
Would
thinks
you
they suck as leaders. Yeah.
would you say that in season two, Gretchen would be more willing to sabotage the Twilight of Adam compared to Project of Eve?
It's a really good question. I think that because I would ask myself that question, like, does she so need to prove that this blood testing machine works, that she will deny the data that says it doesn't? So will she sabotage it, or will she manipulate and deny the data? And I think it's probably the latter, because she needs to prove that this blood testing box works, because she and the box are the same thing. She and the experiment are the same thing, and she has to get it to work, because otherwise she has failed. Which means she's not generally curious, right? She's not truly a scientist. She says she's a scientist, but she's actually not open to the data.
So we do know that Gretchen is unethical. People have died on her watch, and we have one where Nora lost her arm. Well, not Nora, but the sister. Point that I'm trying to make is that if she's willing to do so much for her project and to say not go to jail, what is she willing to sacrifice in her life in order for her to be proven right?
You are asking the most brilliant questions, and I'm going to send you all my projects, because I would love questions like this before I actually do the role, just on the script. That's a brilliant question, because what we see from these narcissistic, sociopathical people is when they're cornered, they tend to behave really badly, right? They never want to take responsibility for their failures. They're so brittle that they will literally throw the nation under the bus to, you know, to save themselves, generally, right? Is she capable of wearing it? I doubt it, you know. And so getting onto that plane at the end, am I allowed to say this? I don't know. I'm allowed to say this. But, you know, where we finish her suggests that she's not sticking around to take the rap.
Understand completely. Thank you so much for speaking with me. Again, brilliant season 2.
Oh, thank you for your questions. You're brilliant.
Thank you.
And I'm so glad you liked it. Thank